Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video we're going to learn how to analyze received emails and generate a draft accordingly. So I am an owner of a travel agency and at my support email address I receive a lot of travel related inquiries by my customers. Now, reading all the inquiries and then writing the replies of each and every email is very time consuming. So what I did was, I simply automated this entire process with the help of Pabbly Connect of firstly analyzing the email and then generating drafts of the replies of those emails. So here in this automation, what we are going to learn is that as soon as we are going to receive a new email on our Gmail account. Now, to fetch the data of the email that we are going to receive on our account, we are going to be using email parser, okay? So as we are going to fetch the data of the email that we have received using email parser, we are firstly going to analyze that email and then generate a reply to that email with the help of Gemini, okay? We are going to create a reply. After generating the content, the reply that we want to send towards the email, I want to create a draft of that reply in my Gmail account. And for that, we are going to create an automation between all of these applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. So if you want to learn about this amazing automation, then let me take you all to my screen. Welcome to my screen. In this video, we're going to learn how to analyze received emails and generate a draft accordingly. I run a busy travel agency and I receive a lot of emails from clients asking about vacation deals, flights, and booking changes. Instead of replying to each one of them from scratch, I want a system that can read the emails and understand what client is asking for and create a draft response. For example, if someone is asking for the family vacation deals, the system recognizes and creates a draft, a reply of that email in this similar manner. This way, I can just review and send it to my client. I can just review the email and send it to my client, which is going to save me time and making my responses more efficient. And we are going to be creating this amazing automation with the help of Pabbly Connect. So on the screen, you can see the website of Pabbly Connect, that is pabbly.com/connect. After browsing this website, we need to sign in to our Pabbly Connect account. But if you're a new user, you can sign up for free and get 100 free tasks every month. So as I'm an existing user, I'm going to sign in to my Pabbly Connect account. After signing in, you can see the All Pabbly Apps window in front of you, in which you can see the 5 applications of Pabbly, from which we are going to select Pabbly Connect by clicking on Access Now. Then Pabbly Connect's dashboard is going to appear in front of you. In order to start an automation process in Pabbly Connect, we need to create a workflow. For that, click on this top right corner button right over here that says Create Workflow. A dialog box is then going to appear in front of you, which is asking for the workflow name, and over here it is asking for us to select a folder. So for the name of my workflow, I'm going to give it as Analyze Received Emails and Generate a Draft Accordingly. So this is the name that I want to give to my workflow, okay? After that, it is asking for us to select a folder. So on the left side of my screen, you can see I've created multiple folders in my Pabbly Connect account, from which I'm going to select a specific folder in which I want to save this workflow in. For that, I'm going to click on this drop down. So these are the folders from which I'm going to select a folder in which I want to save this workflow in. And then I'm going to click on this create button to create the workflow, okay? As the workflow is created in the name of Analyze Received Emails and Generate a Draft Accordingly, you can see that over here there are 2 windows in front of you. One says trigger, other says action. What is trigger and action? Trigger and action are the 2 most important steps of our automation process because our process depends on these 2 concepts, okay, these 2 principles. Over here, trigger says when this happens and action says do this. That means that action, what is it? It's in response towards our trigger, okay? In an automation process, there can be only one trigger step, but we can set up multiple action steps, okay? We are going to set up our trigger step. And for the trigger application, what we are going to select it, we are going to select it as email parser. So what is email parser by Pabbly? With the help of email parser by Pabbly, whenever an email is going to be forwarded on our Gmail account, automatically, as there is no direct connection, as there is no trigger step for the Gmail, with the help of email parser, what is going to happen that we are going to receive the details of the email that has been forwarded on our Gmail account, okay? So over here, that is why for the trigger application, I'm going to select it as email parser so I can fetch the data of the emails that I'm going to receive on my Gmail account. And for the trigger event, point, I'm going to select as new email, as whenever the new email is going to be received on my Gmail account, automatically with the help of the email parser and this trigger event new email, Pabbly Connect is going to capture the response of the new emails being received. Okay. After selecting the trigger application and the event, you can see that Pabbly Connect has provided us a forwarding email. Okay, this is a forwarding email. On this email address, all the emails that have been forwarded to our Gmail account is going to be captured with the help of this forwarding email that Pabbly Connect has provided us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply copy this email from here. Okay. After copying the email, what we are going to do is we are going to set up a connection between Gmail and email parser so that we can connect our Gmail to Pabbly Connect. Okay. In order to do that with the help of this email, I'm going to log into my Gmail account that I want to connect to Pabbly Connect. So this is my professional Gmail account, and on this email address, I receive queries by my customers. As you can see, this is also a query right over here. I receive a lot of queries by my customers regarding the travel packages or the other details that they want. Okay. Here what I want is that as soon as I'm going to receive a new email, what should happen is the data of that email as the email is received should be captured by Pabbly Connect. So in order to do that, we are going to create a connection between our Gmail account and Pabbly Connect with the help of the email parser. Okay. So now to create the connection, over here on the top right corner, you can see the settings button is provided to us. Click on it. After coming to settings, under quick settings, it says see all settings. Click on it. As I'm going to click on it, we'll be landed towards the settings page of our Gmail account. On the panel right over here, you can see it says forwarding and POP IMAP. Click on this option right over here. As we're going to do that, over here you can see under forwarding, it says add a forwarding address. Click on this button. It is asking for us to enter the forwarding address. In place of this field, we are going to enter this email forwarding address that we have received in our Pabbly Connect workflow. So I'm going to paste it right over here, and then I'm going to click on this next button. As I'm going to do that, this window is then going to appear in front of you, on which I'm going to click on this proceed button. As this is a safe process, I'm going to click on this proceed button right over here. It says a confirmation link has been sent to this forwarding email address to verify permission. So now we are going to have to verify this email address. So now how are we going to verify it? We are going to open our workflow, and as I'm going to scroll down, you can see right over here we have received a response. Okay, if I'm going to scroll down right over here in the response, we have received a body text. Okay, if I'm going to scroll down, in this body text, you can see this is the link that has been provided to us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this link from here. I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to open this link in a new tab right over here. As I'm going to do that, it says please confirm forwarding email to this address that we are connecting to Pabbly Connect to this forwarding email. I'm going to click on this confirm button. As I've done that, it says the confirmation is successful. As now the confirmation is successful, I'm going to open my Gmail account again. So this is my Gmail account. I'm going to refresh this page from here. As I'm going to refresh a page, now you can see over here this option of forwarding a copying email is forwarded to us. In place of this email field, I'm going to paste the email that Pabbly Connect has provided us. Now I want to forward a copy to this email address, this forwarding address right over here. Okay, and then I'm going to save the changes that I've created. As I've successfully saved the changes that I've created, now I'm going to open my workflow. Now in place of this test response, I want to capture the response of the new emails that have been forwarded on my Gmail account. Okay, so in order to have the response, I'm going to click on this recapture button and on yes right over here. As I'm going to do that, it's saying waiting for email parser response. So now we're going to check whether Pabbly Connect is successfully connected with our Gmail account with the help of email parser or not. And how we're going to check? By sending a dummy email to the account that is connected to Pabbly Connect. Okay. So this is the dummy inquiry email that I'm forwarding. The subject comes as inquiry about family vacation packages for summer. Hello Urban Adventures. I hope you're doing well. My family and I are planning a vacation this summer, and we are looking for some great family friendly destinations. Could you please provide me some information or any available packages? We are planning to travel in July and interested in options that are both relaxing and fun for the whole family. Looking forward for your suggestions. Best regards, test user. So this is the dummy email that I'm going to forward to the Gmail account that is connected to Pabbly Connect. Okay. To email address, I'm going to enter the email address that is connected to Pabbly Connect. After selecting the email address, I'm going to click on this send button to send the email. As you can see over here, if I'm going to open my Gmail account, As you can see over here, we've successfully received the email that is inquiry about family vacation packages for summer. And this is the email that we have forwarded using another account to the account that is connected to Pabbly Connect. I'm going to open my workflow now and scroll down. As I've scrolled down, you can see over here we've received a response right over here. In the response, we have received the subject of the email that was inquiry about family vacation packages for summer. If I'm going to further scroll down over here, we've received the body text that is the main body of the email that we have forwarded. Over here you can see hello urban adventures, and this was the email that we have forwarded. Okay, as Pabbly Connect has captured the response of the email being received on my Gmail account, the new email being received, this means that email parser is now connected to Pabbly Connect. That means a Gmail is connected to Pabbly Connect and a trigger setup is done. Now with the help of email parser, whenever a new email is going to be forwarded to my Gmail account, automatically Pabbly Connect is going to capture the response of that with the help of the email parser. Okay, as now we have the response of the email being received on our Gmail account, I want to first analyze that email, and after analyzing that email, I want to create a draft reply of that email. Okay, so for that, for analyzing and generating the reply, we are going to be using Google Gemini. Okay, so we are going to set up our action step now, and for the action application, I am going to select it as Gemini. As with the help of Gemini, we are going to analyze the email that we have received, and after analyzing, we are going to generate the reply towards that email. Okay, and for the action event, I'm going to select it as generate content, and then I'm going to click on this connect button. A window is going to appear in front of you, on which click on add new connection, or else you can select the existing connection. After that, over here it is asking for the API key. With the help of this API key, we are going to connect our Google AI Studio, that is Gemini, to Pabbly Connect. In order to do that, we are going to go to this hyperlink of Google AI Studio right over here. So this is my Google AI Studio page. On the top left corner, it says get API key. I'm going to click on it. Okay. After click on it over here, it says create API key. I'm going to click on this button right over here. It is asking for us to select a project. So I'm going to select a random project from the given drop down right over here, and then click on this create button. As I'm going to do that, an API key is generated. I'm going to copy it from here, and I'm going to paste it right over here in my Pabbly Connect account, and then I'm going to click on this save button. As I've done that, you can see Gemini is connected to Pabbly Connect. Okay. After connecting, it is asking for the text. What's the text? The text is the prompt on which Google Gemini is going to generate the content for. So where in place of this text field, you need to enter the text according to your requirements. You can mention the specific details that you want, and you have to enter the prompt right over here, and according to the given prompt, Gemini is going to generate the content. Okay, so for the text, the prompt, I'm going to write over here as, so this is the prompt that I want. It says, I am running a busy travel agency, means I get a tons of emails from clients asking about vacation deals, flights and booking changes. I have received an email which I am providing to you. I want you to analyze the email and create a simple professional draft of its appropriate reply with proper formatting. If there is something you have no knowledge about, or there are some personalized and specific details required, then specify the same in the response. Only give me the email body in the response, and do not add a subject line or anything extra, as I'll be using the exact same draft to reply. Over here it is asking for the subject and the email content. Okay, so this is the prompt. This is the exact prompt that I want to generate the content with the help of. Okay, over here it is asking for the subject as well as the email content. So for the data of the subject and the email content, if I'm going to type over here all the details manually, what is going to happen? The data is going to remain static. And every time an email is received with the help of the static data, exactly the same content is going to be generated, which is not useful in this case. So for the data of subject and content, what we are going to do is we are going to simply map the data. What is mapping? Mapping means inserting data from the previous step. So we're going to insert the data from the previous step of this workflow. And how mapping works is that as soon as I'm going to click on this field, you can see this was the previous step of this workflow, that is the email parser step. And if I'm going to search over here for the subject right over here, you can see that in my previous response in email parser step, we have received the subject of the email that we have received. Okay. In place of the subject field, as I want the subject, so from my previous response, I am going to select the data of this subject right over here. As I have selected the data from my previous response, the data is mapped. And as I map the data has now become dynamic. That means whenever a new response is going to be captured in our previous step, automatically the new data is going to be updated in place of this mapped data. Similarly, for the email content, I'm going to map the data of the body that I've received right over here, okay? So this is the prompt for which I want to generate the content for. After that, it is asking for the models. For the models over here, I'm going to select the model that is Gemini Pro. And for the method, I'm going to select as generate content. Okay, as I want to generate the content for this prompt right over here. And then I'm going to click on this save and send test request button. As I'm going to do that, you can see right over here, we've received a response. In the response, we have received the email right over here. This is the reply of the email right over here, okay? So as this is a reply generated right away, let us read the reply. Dear test user, this was the name of the customer who forwarded the email. Thank you for reaching out to Urban Adventures. We are happy to assist you with our family vacation planning. We offer a wide range of family-friendly packages that cater the interest of all ages. For your July travel, we recommend the following destinations. This is the recommendation with the proper reply that we want to send to our customers who have sent us the email, okay? So in this manner, you're going to generate the content. We're going to first analyze the content and then it is going to be generated using Gemini. As now the content is successfully generated, my objective is to create a draft of this generated content. Why am I creating the draft? Okay, I am creating a draft because I want I want to first review the content that is generated as it is generated with the help of an AI. I want to first review the content, and as the review is going to be done, then I'll send it manually by myself. So that is why I'm creating a draft right over here. Okay, for creating the draft, I'm going to add another action step to this workflow. And for the action application over here, as I want to create a draft in my Gmail account, I'm going to select my action application as Gmail, and for the action event over here, I'm going to select it as create draft right over here, and then I'm going to click on this connect button. A window is going to appear in front of you on which click on add new connection, or else you can select the existing connection. After that, I'm going to click on this connect with Gmail button. As I'm going to do that, a window is going to appear in front of you which is asking for the permission. So I'm going to click on this allow button. As this is saved process, my data is perfectly saved with Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to click on this allow button. As you can see that we successfully authorized Gmail to Pabbly Connect. After authorizing, it is asking for the email right over here. So for the email, I'm going to write it as reply dash. Next to it, I want the subject. So over here, I'm going to search for the subject right over here. So this is the subject. I'm going to select the data. So this is the reply for this email right over here. For the recipient email address, we have received the address right over here. So this is the email address, the from email address. I'm going to map the data of the from email address. Okay. After that, it is asking for the CC and the BCC. I do not require the field, so I'm going to skip the part. For the from email address, I'm going to select the email address from this drop down. This is my email address. I'm going to select it right over here. After that, it is asking for the sender's name. So for the sender's name over here, I'm going to write it as Team Urban Adventures is the name of my agency. So I've written the sender's name right over here. After that, it is asking for reply to. I do not require the field, so I'm going to skip the part. For the email content type, I'm going to select it as plain. And for the email content, I'm going to map the data of the content that is generated using Gemini. Okay. Next, it is asking for the signature. I do not require it, so I'm going to skip the part. After that, it is asking for the label ID. So in my Gmail account, I have created a label in the name of, you can see right over here, Urban Adventures Customer Email Replies. And in this label, I am going to save all the drafts that are going to be created. So what I'm going to do is for the label over here, I'm going to select it as Urban Adventures Customer Email Replies. Okay, so this is the label in which I want to create the draft. And then I'm going to click on the Save and Send Test Request button right over here. As I'm going to do that, you can see right over here, we have received a response, which is a positive response. Okay, so I'm going to open my Gmail account now. Now I'm going to refresh this page from here. As I've refreshed the page, you can see right over here, a draft has been created. If I'm going to open this draft over here, you can see this is the draft that has been created. And this is the reply to the email that was forwarded to us, okay, by our customer, okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to review this draft over here, and then I'm going to make the changes according to the requirements that I have. And then what I can do is I can simply send this email to the customer. I forwarded an email to my agency and I can reply to their email, okay. So this means as the draft is created, which means that we successfully created an automation between all of these applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. So now to sum up till now what we have done, I am an owner of a travel agency and I receive a lot of inquiry emails on my support email address by my customers asking about the new travel packages, deals, or the pricing related inquiries and many more. Okay. I want that as soon as I'm going to receive a new email on my Gmail account by my customers, whether they're asking for any inquiry, I want to first analyze the email that the customer has forwarded to me. After analyzing, I want to generate a reply towards that email, and after generating the reply, I want to create a draft of that reply in my Gmail account. Okay. I have generated the reply, analyzed and generated the reply with the help of Google Gemini. So here what is now going to happen in this workflow, that as soon as I'm going to receive a new email on my Gmail account by the customer, automatically first that email is going to be analyzed and generated a reply with the help of Google Gemini. After generating the reply in my Gmail account, a draft of that content generated is going to be created so that I can review it and use it further according to my requirement. And for that, I've created this amazing automation between these applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. So if you like this video, please do subscribe to our channel, hit on the like button, comment down below if you have any questions or doubts, and please share this video. Not just with these applications, you can create automation between multiple other applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. If you have any questions, you can contact us on support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can check the queries on forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, then you can check out this link. If you like this video, please do subscribe to our channel, hit on the like button, comment on if you have any questions or doubts, and please share this video.